Are you ready to get connected with Chad Hymas? Meet one of the world's most dynamic speakers on safety. The Wall Street Journal calls Chad Hymas one of the 10 most inspirational speakers in the world. Chad Hymas is in great demand as a speaker for safety refresher training, delivering a personal yet powerful message to companies across the world.
I'm still a father to my 2 boys. Do you hear that? They're now 8 and 6. They were 3 and 1 when Dad broke his neck. 8 and 6. They've recently discovered that I'm in a wheelchair. I'm not sure who told them. But whenever I get mad at them, they both just go run for the stairs. Ticks me off. Okay? They say, "Come get me, Daddy, come get me."
At the age of 27, Chad's life changed instantly when he decided to take a shortcut at work. His choice left him a quadriplegic, paralyzed from the chest down.
Paul, how long have you been at the mine?
20 years.
How long?
20 years.
20 years, long time, right? Here's what I'm talking about, guys, today. I'm going to be able to go tour your pit. Okay, I'm going to be able to go tour what you guys do every day. And Paul, if I see you doing something, man, that might be potentially dangerous, might be something small. Hard helmet not on, safety glasses not on, chalk blocks not on underneath the wheel chocks, not on underneath the vehicle, right? Our instant mentality is what? Paul's been here 20 years. Not my place to say anything, right? Not my place to say anything. And it's even harder if I'm your friend or if I've known you for a long time. Today, guys, I want you to know this. I don't think like that today. My mentality has changed. If I went to your pit tomorrow and if I saw Paul doing something that might be out of place, I'm going to say something to him.
Chad's powerful story and message is giving new vision to thousands who deal with safety in the workplace. Let Chad Hymas get connected with your audience and give them a whole new vision on safety.
I'm going to ask you to have an open mind. I'm going to ask you to do that. And if you'll do that, it's my hope that I can instill in each one of you, by some miracle, instill in each one of you what I've been forced to learn in hindsight due to the scar on my neck. Been forced to. Today I think differently, in hopes that when you walk out of these doors, you've learned it in foresight and you can avoid similar circumstances.
It wasn't long ago that Chad's life changed when an accident occurred on his ranch. Chad made a choice to not fix the hydraulics on a piece of farming equipment. That decision resulted in a 1-ton bale of hay crashing down on him, breaking 3 of the 7 vertebrae in his neck. Chad was told by doctors he'd never be the same as he was pronounced a quadriplegic, paralyzed from the chest down.
My safety accident that night, it affected me. Look at my hands. I'm a quadriplegic, and you want to know what? I can hack it. I can handle this. But you want to know what I can't handle very well today? Who did my choice perhaps affect more than I'll ever understand? Who? That right there is enough for each one of you in this room to change the way you think. And if it's not, I don't know what is. My decision that night affected Shondell more than I'll ever understand. It affected my boys. They were 3 and 1 when I broke my neck. How many employees did I have? 35. Did my choice affect them? You bet. You bet.
So I took a shortcut on April 3rd, 2001, but it was a shortcut that I'd taken 1,000 times before, so it became habit in my life. Here's my goal as I do safety presentations all over the world to all different kinds of safety-oriented industries. My goal is this. I want them to be willing to change a habit, a tradition, and or belief in order to change what they do every day. I got caught up in habit.
Chad Hymas is the president of his own communications company and an internet marketing company. He's a member of the National Speakers Association, and at 32 years old is one of the youngest ever to receive the Certified Speaking Professional designation. Chad travels as many as 150,000 miles a year, speaking to hundreds of organizations, including mining companies and utility companies, such as Barrick Gold, Energy West, Bridger Coal, Pacific Corp, Newmont Mining, Kennecott, Kinross, OCI, and others.
I love speaking to people of a variety of organizations and different groups. I've been fortunate enough to speak with as small groups as 20 and as large as 15,000.
Thank you very much. You guys were great. Thank you.
I love what I do today. I get to spend time with literally thousands of people all over the world. It's been a marvelous blessing.
Chad is also an author, with his publication Big Trouble, specifically written for the safety industry. He's been featured in many newspaper and magazine articles. Chad is a world-class wheelchair athlete, enjoying basketball, full-contact quad rugby, hang gliding, and skiing. In 2003, Chad Hymas set a world record by wheeling his chair over 500 miles between Salt Lake City, Utah and Las Vegas, Nevada.
People always talk about that world record and they ask me about it. And my comment is really that was probably the stupidest world record that I've ever set in my life.
Trained for a marathon that would take me up to 2 weeks to complete if I could complete it. A marathon that encompassed 3 different states, Utah, Nevada, and Arizona. By the end of the first day, as I went through Tooele County, I had headwinds of over 25 miles per hour. Day 2 and 3, I hit huge crickets. Now, crickets don't seem like such a big obstacle when you're in a car, but when you're in a wheelchair. Day 4, 5, and 6, as I went through Delta County, I had temperatures of over 107 degrees during the day and 62 degrees at night. Too hot to wheel during the day, too cold to wheel at night. I said, it's got to get easier than this. The following day, I hit Beaver Mountain, a mountain that I had dreaded the whole time during the course of training, a mountain that increased at over 2,300 feet in just 9 miles. It took me 14 hours to get to the top.
The greatest world records are the small things that have come into my life because of my change in belief. And that's what I want people to leave my sessions with. I want them to leave by believing that they can set world records within their own lives, depending upon what they believe, within their own organizations, do things they never dreamed of.
Chad Hymas will inspire your people to see safety with new vision. That their choices not only affect them, but their families and everyone around them. He'll teach your group how changing a habit, a tradition, and a belief can and will impact your company's safety vision. That of an incident-free workplace. He'll show your audience what happens with dumb luck and how a split-second compromise can change your life. Chad knows how to take his personal message and weave your meeting theme and objectives into a moving presentation you'll never forget.
I looked at the hydraulic gauge. What did the hydraulic gauge read on my tractor? Empty. But I chose not to fix it. Tell me why. I have made my tractor work with low hydraulics 1,000 times before. 1,000. My thought was this. I'll just hurry and throw it in gear, throw my tractor in reverse, right? What'll happen to the bale? She'll just drop to the ground, right? She'll just drop. And I'll just push it into the bills pen, and I'll be home in 5 minutes. That's my promise to Shondell, 5 minutes. Only tonight, I got a reason to be in a hurry. Gentlemen, looking back, let me ask you this question. How long would it have taken me to put hydraulic oil in my tractor? Tell me that. 5 minutes is a fair statement, very fair. All you got to do is fill it up, right? Just like gas. Today, it takes me 5 minutes to put on one sock with my teeth. That's not pity. It's called irony. Don't feel sorry for that. It's just called, isn't that ironic? 5 minutes, one sock, 5 minutes hydraulic oil, you choose. The second time I moved that lever, that bale of hay rolled backwards over the hoist because the hydraulics failed. And that sucker landed right on my body. And I'll just say this one time, just once. I've never been more afraid than I was in those first couple seconds. Never. Hey, what do you do?
In a world of constant change, it's inevitable that we learn to see things from a new perspective, with new vision. Chad Hymas has that vision.
I've been in safety meetings where they required me to wear a tie like this and be at the Bellagio for a construction company in front of 700 or 800 people. And we've also done shift work. I do safety meetings at 2 and 3 in the morning because they do their annual refreshers and they got to do shift work. And so we do it all around the clock. Sometimes we'll do 4 or 5 sessions in a day, 4 or 5 groups in a day, as small as 15 people, as large as 5,000 people, depending on the different kind of groups. I have had the most stern of men come up and say hello to my kids and my wife. Makes me feel like $1 million. Hey, they might be tough construction workers or tough miners or you name it. Those guys got the biggest hearts in the world when it boils down to it. Those guys pick me up and throw me in rigs, and we go for tours of sites, and I eat it up. I love it.
Let Chad Hymas get connected with your audience and give them a whole new vision on safety.
Absolutely moved by Chad's performance tonight, by his message, by his delivery. He absolutely connects with the audience in a powerful, clear, succinct way. He delivers humor and hope and emotion and power. Chad Hymas is the most fantastic speaker I've ever heard in my life, and I've heard some of the greats.
Thanks for your consideration and having me come to your event. I'd like to get connected with your audience.
Wow.